Good morning from Matlock Bath here in Derbyshire. Now, this town has two very different reputations. Some people say it's a really picturesque town nestled in the Peak District hills along the River Derwent, and then others say it's possibly England's biggest tourist trap with an abundance of amusements and fish and chip shops. But either way, we're here today to find out, and we're going to have a bloody good time.
But first, coffee!
Cheers!
Awkward.
Cheers.
Awkward.
Oh.
Cheers! Oh, right, okay, we're all three.
Cheers!
And I bought a magnet.
Oh,
British.
found the toot shops already. So we picked our coffees up from a place called 196 Coffee Lounge, just on the main road here in Matlock Bath. And they had such a huge array of drinks to choose from in there. We obviously just went for a standard iced latte, but we really had to resist the cakes that were in there as well. The massive fresh cream scones. I don't know how you two haven't come out with one of those.
I don't know. There was also this sponge with, what's it called? With a custard cream on top. I was like,
Syrup sponge with the custard.
I was like, I really want to try that. You never see that kind of stuff, but
It did
have
look
to be
amazing.
good.
Skinny iced latte it is.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
We could leave her here.
There, let's go.
Oh, we could rent ourselves a pedal boat. Look, they've got giant pink flamingos, they've got unicorns, we've seen cars. That'd be fun.
That would be really fun.
Energetic though.
Well, no, because Sharon would be pedalling.
That's fair.
No, we all take a shot and go.
You want to get up whilst we're in the water, you'll fall in.
Now we thought to start with, while we're drinking our coffees, we'd come down here to Derwent Gardens, which is a really pretty little place to sit and enjoy a coffee, or maybe a picnic if you had one, or a fresh cream scone if you'd have picked one up in the shop, but you didn't. And now we're going to go over the bridge, over the River Derwent, and go along Lovers Walk. We have no idea what it is, but it looks like a pretty walk along the river, so nice with a nice coffee. This is a nice walk and all, but I've got a problem.
What?
I've run out of coffee.
Watch out for that.
There's always
What are you doing?
There's some sort of Scheusenhauer on the floor. Nearly stood in that.
Anyway, we need to solve my problem. I've run out of coffee.
My problem is I need a wee.
Oh.
Our walk then brought us to one of Matlock Bath's iconic landmarks, Jubilee Bridge, where you can get some cracking views of the town and the other way down the River Derwent too. Eventually, after taking too many photos, we all made our way across.
I'm just making money out of the girls.
I was going to say, you got all your photos now, everyone? Can we move on?
They want people edged out of them, and I was like, it's £10 if they want me to do it.
£10.
£10 per person.
Oh.
Takes me about 2 minutes to edit them
All
out.
right, that's enough. On we go.
Leaving the Jubilee Bridge behind, we continued our walk following the river past the Matlock Bath War Memorial. And then we got our first glimpse of the Heights of Abraham cable car.
Anyone scared of heights?
No,
Yes, but I will be okay.
sort of. Ish.
Well, you better get over it quick, because we're going on that.
The beauty is they move quite fast when they're moving, but they do stop.
And dangle you hundreds and hundreds of feet across the ravine.
And that's when you stand up and go boing, boing, boing.
Don't jump.
Right, let's just get it over with.
The Heights of Abraham is Matlock Bath's most popular tourist attraction, where you can take a cable car to the top of the hill to explore the park, caverns, and much more. As we visited during school holidays, it was extremely busy with a long line for the cable car. And when I say long line, I mean Disneyland style long line. But after a 45-minute wait, it was finally our turn to board a gondola to take us up to the top, which made Josh very happy and Jane very, let's say, nervous. And we were off, an approximately 5-minute ride to the top, 554 feet up the hillside, suspended on a cable 40mm thick, which really doesn't sound like a lot, so we didn't tell Jane that. Another thing we didn't tell her is that you stop halfway and just kind of hang there.
It's alright, you only stop here for 20 minutes.
And after a minute or two just dangling and swinging hundreds of feet in the air, we were on our way again. I think Jane even started to enjoy it. I mean, look at her taking in the views. Two people that were definitely enjoying it was me and Sharon. And then we crested the hill, and our journey to the top was almost complete, much to Jane's relief.
Did you like that?
No. You gotta go down, yeah. You might not be so bad going down.
Well, after the cable car ride and making it to the top, we decided to start with a spot of lunch because we're all starving.
Yep, I am absolutely starving. And we've gone for a jacket potato. Haven't had that for a very long time.
That is a lot of filling though, isn't it?
It is, and
I'm quite impressed for $8.95, that's not too bad.
Ooh, that's lovely.
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 And the best thing, sat out here in the sun, check out this view that we have for lunch. Look at that, cracking. And Jane survived. Survived her
only
ordeal.
just.
Only deal. Only just. Only deal.
just, only
Only
deal.
deal. Only just. Now she gets to stuff her face, so she's happy.
Chef's kiss. It's beautiful.
With lunch demolished, we decided to start at the highest point, which involved walking some very steep paths, but the views on the way were absolutely incredible. Which of course meant we didn't get very far before stopping for a photo shoot. But eventually we were back on our way up the hill. And here we are, Tinker's Shaft, where apparently everyone else had decided to start too. But we spent some time admiring the views and reading the info boards before we took the return route back down the hill towards the hub.
Well, I thought it was a good idea to go to the highest point first. However, I don't know about anyone else, that lunch was weighing me down.
Weighing me down, and at that point the sun decided to come out and it was a little bit toasty.
So now we're going to head all the way to the bottom and hopefully do one of the cave tours. I think there's 2 for us to do here, and we're hoping it's going to be a little bit cooler inside and a little less strenuous.
We'll see.
But first of all we saw some metallic cows, which apparently were part of an RHS Chatsworth Flower Show award-winning garden. So of course, we had to stop for more photos and wait for the perfect shot with the cable car. And there it is. Now we could move on. Almost.
Hey, Josh. Hey.
Do I move?
It says, please do not climb on the cows.
That looks really dodgy. I didn't mean that. Sorry, Jane.
I moved.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm healed up.
Anyway, swiftly moving on.
To 1854 apparently, and an encounter with some Victorian lead miners in the Great Rutland Cavern, and a tour that had another very long line. Did somebody say tourist trap? Although the wait for this was much shorter than the cable car and we were soon making our way in. To a very dark, damp, cold tunnel with low ceilings and uneven floors. This tour is not for the faint-hearted. But eventually the cavern opens out and you are greeted by more photo opportunities apparently. Our Victorian guide then explained how children were put to work in the mines.
You see, Jack would be put down what we call a child hole.
And this is a child hole. The group then thought the tour was over and started to leave.
Wait, come back.
It wasn't. As you may have guessed, this tour focuses on the history of mining in the area. And our guide was fantastic, making this an enjoyable and informative experience.
Now it's time to actually leave.
Yeah.
And leave we did. Do these shadows on the wall remind anyone else of that scene from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Anyway, back outside we were kind of stuck for a while, blocked in by the next tour group that was even bigger than ours. Eventually we were free to make our way back up the hill. Jane decided we should take the steps, a decision I think she started to regret right about here.
Well, we made it.
The girls are gone.
3 hours later.
In fairness, you are 60 and 57.
Thank you.
We'll let you off.
That's what I needed to hear.
You accept your age when it suits.
I do. And that was my choice.
I've got some bad news for you. We've still got to go up the rest of the slope even though you've made it to the top of the steps.
Let me have a beverage, Joe.
You got this, kiddo.
I can do it.
That almost sounded convincing.
I can do it.
Anyway, did we all enjoy the Rutland Cavern tour?
Yes. And I didn't smack my head.
You didn't? Well done. I was really worried you were going to damage our new hat. Anyway, the most important thing that we learned in the Cavern tour is that we can send Sharon down a child hole in the mine and earn money from her.
Not
Excellent.
much.
Not much, but hey, we ain't got to do anything.
No.
Other than sacrifice you to the cavern. I don't know how many shots of the cable car we need, but we're getting them from every angle while we're here. Also, we're going to go and climb that tower next. We've been underground. Time to go overground, up.
Could have met a womble.
I was going to say, and what's ironic is, because it's school holidays, they've got the wombles here. So after we've gone underground and overground, we'll go wombling through.
But before any of that, here's another shot of that iconic cable car making its way over us and down the hill. And another one. Right, let's climb the tower. The Victoria Prospect Tower, to be precise, built in 1844, it has a very narrow, very winding set of stairs to the top, but the 360-degree views when you get there are worth the climb. Josh decided to sit this one out, so I stuck the camera over the side. Sorry if you're scared of heights. That's him on the bench.
Well, you may have ducked out of the tower climb, but I know one activity you're definitely not ducking out of. Ice cream.
No, mint choc chip.
Oh, good call, good call.
Of course, there was another long line for the ice cream shop.
Happy now?
Yep, it's even got branding.
I know, look, a little branded wafer, 2 scoops of mint choc chip. Well, cheers
Cheers.
to this adventure.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stop recording so I can eat my ice cream.
I'm already there.
Then it was time for our second cave tour, the Great Masson Cavern.
You can literally feel the cold as soon as you walk up to it.
I should have bought a coat.
I feel like this one's colder than the first one we
Well, I'm not even in it yet and I'm frozen.
This one's a lot narrower than the first one. Oh, don't smack your head.
This tour focuses more on the geology of the local area and how the caverns were formed. And after navigating more dark, low and narrow passageways, as well as some cheeky steps thrown in for good measure,
I'm knackered.
This one's definitely harder work than the other one, that's for sure. Lots of ducking, lots of diving, steps.
My legs are wobbling.
you finally make it into the Great Masson Cavern, all lit up in pretty colours. This was probably our favourite part of the tour, as a light projection show was used to explain the geological history of the cave.
Millions of years have passed, but our story has much more to tell. In the air, enormous insects fly around.
Then it was time for us to exit, up 154 steps to the top, and through a candle-lit chamber.
We're in Harry Potter.
Now I think we all agree the Great Masson Cavern tour is by far the best of the two. It's a bit more hard work, but the reward definitely pays off, and that light show at the end is definitely a really cool way to tell you the history and the geology of the area. You could even say it rocks.
Wow. That was a great joke.
Jane then got to meet her childhood idol, Great Uncle Bulgaria from the Wombles. That's a picture for the coffee table.
Someone a bit starstruck.
I was. It's Uncle Bulgaria.
Is that your idol?
Yeah, I love him, look. He's so cute. Oh, bless.
Then it was time for the longest line of the day, for the cable car back down, which Jane was looking forward to just as much as the ride up.
That was dramatic.
Ain't gone anywhere yet.
Remember when they broke down? Shut up! They were stuck up there and they had to do emergency food.
Luckily, evacuation wasn't necessary and we were soon arriving back at the bottom station. It was clear we had underestimated how busy the Heights of Abraham would be, and our time in the rest of the town was now limited. But there was still plenty of time to walk past the numerous toot shops, amusement arcades, and fish and chip shop after fish and chip shop after fish and chip shop. We also saw the Matlock Bath aquarium. Josh was disappointed we didn't have time to go in, so we'll have to come back for that. And then there's plenty of places to grab ice cream and sweet treats. It's easy to see why this town has the nickname, the seaside town without the sea. Speaking of seaside, why not watch this video on screen next?